Alright guys, welcome back. So today we're talking about Applied Digital. We talked about this one many times. I published about this one probably ever since we were ever since Nvidia was invested in this name. We were pretty much following it, but I was particularly covering this name somewhere like from the beginning of the year, and went to $3, went back to 15, came back to 10, back to 18, pull back to 50-day moving average. We were talking about 21 potential. Now it's almost approaching the next resistance level. But before we jump into this one and all this move, the big move that came in today, there's a headline, but I'm not going to go too far into that. It's essentially Nvidia news. I think it was already disclosed way earlier. I don't know why it's being reshuffled again, but I thought it was old news. But Nvidia reacted pretty big too, so it jumped like 3.8%. That's a pretty big move actually. So essentially, what did they say? They said $100 billion investment into OpenAI. So I think Google reacted a little bit, but I don't know, for some reason I thought this was out there for a while. But anyways, CoreWeave jumped on that news as well, because CoreWeave is one of the pretty big positions, if not the biggest position investment of the Nvidia, according to last filings, 13 filings that they have. So this stock popped 6.5 something like that, but it's just hovering at 5% or so. So we know that the biggest client of the Applied Digital is these guys, and I just wanted to show you guys this. So it's been pretty correlated for quite some time, and I was just jokingly tweeting earlier saying that Applied Digital, is it like a poor man's CoreWeave play? So take a look at, of course, CoreWeave has been out there for not that long, since going public. You can see so this is, I'm just comparing CoreWeave, Applied Digital, last 6 months these are both AI names, okay? AI theme, okay? Before we knew the disclosure, I don't know when did the disclosure come out, somewhere around here. CoreWeave was going up, Applied Digital right there going up. As CoreWeave started pulling back almost like 40-50%, Applied Digital did the same. And then right there was a little bit of a disconnect where essentially as CoreWeave, like after earnings report flushing down, Applied Digital was kind of like hovering around, chopping around. And then if I switch to, and I just want to show quickly this one. Okay, so the returns about the same. If you take a look at last 6 months, 212% CoreWeave, 192% Applied Digital. 1 month's return about this, almost like 29% CoreWeave, 25% Applied Digital. I think Applied Digital broke out now. This could be based on September 19th data, so now it could be outperforming a little bit, but we can take a look at it later because I'm filming it in the middle of it. But that's not the point. But the point is just they just trade very one-to-one essentially. And why I'm looking at it that way is because I shared with you guys on a previous video or on a CoreWeave video where pretty much we were talking about a bunch of clusters of like large orders coming in at lows right there. And I was saying, okay, so if it resolves higher than 105, then I would consider all those large orders pretty much buy orders for CoreWeave, and I would watch CoreWeave to the upside. And more of a bullish area for me would be this downtrend. Yeah, this is Applied Digital video, but again, these are their biggest client. So as CoreWeave starts pushing, so if people are super bullish on this one, I like to go like CoreWeave is a $65 billion company versus Applied Digital is $6.5 billion company. And on a Applied Digital video, last one that I talked about, we were talking about going back, I think as far as we could, and pretty much putting the levels that I was pretty much going to be watching from here. So I was talking about 21 and then possible 25 resistance, okay? And then we might have a 27.50 as well, 25, 27.50. But 31 was the highest opening price, I believe. Above that, highest print 34. And I shared with you guys the calls that were coming in. I mean, it was not that significant, but it was pretty decent call that came in for December expiration, 33 call. So that's why I'm just going to pretty much put my title. I mean, does it have a room to possibly go up to this 33, 34 and potentially take out this high? I think so. From here, that's 38% rally from 24.50. If you think that the stock is going to go to 34, let's say in the next 6 months or 3 months, whatever your time frame is, that you can just do the math. So 38% of the $6.4 billion, you give or take 3 billion, let's say, right? Maybe a little bit less, 2.5 billion, 2.7 billion or so. And that would put the market capitalization of this stock around like $9+ billion valuation. Of course, they haven't reported any positive earnings. They have earnings coming up. The earnings that are going to be released pretty soon, actually, it's not too far away, October 9th. That could be the pretty good catalyst if they do not disappoint, maybe even try to report positive EPS. That could pretty much fuel the stock to get there. Right here, right now, the only reason this could be melting up is because of all the positive headlines for the AI as a whole. Lots of call buying and lots of short interest on this one. Yeah, you would be surprised, but this stock has like 30% short float. It's heavily shorted. So shorts got smoked on nuclear names that were, I was pretty bearish on those ones as well, thinking that, sure, I change my bias frequently when it comes to trading, but I personally was not betting when the stock, let's say when Oklo was sitting somewhere around like these $70, $80 levels, that it could go bananas like this. I thought maybe even 100 bucks. I was tweeting a lot about like maybe 100 will be blow off top, but then it just kept going and it's still squeezing. And these are all AI themes as well. And these stocks are heavily shorted. And this is melting up higher and higher. There are many other names actually. This is not the only one, but this is just a leader, Oklo. But my point is, if CoreWeave catches a bid, and if AI as a whole, let's say we have quarter, pretty much Q3 ending in about like 1 week, and in about 2-3 more weeks, we're gonna have earnings kick in. So if those companies that are spending crazy into AI, if they're gonna show some sort of a profit with all of their crazy capex, this theme can go on. Okay, and like shorted stocks, this market it will just hurt the most. People who are heavily positioned one way or another. That's the nature of the market. So if the stock is heavily, crazily shorted, and price just sitting and it's not declining, it just keeps it's like grinding higher and higher, it will just keep squeezing the shorts. And Applied Digital, it just made a 52-week high. And the last time this stock has traded at these prices, which is 24.50, that was back in 2022. But that's multi-year high. Okay, so my point is, if you are trading it, well, you got to be super nimble, of course. You don't want to bet the farm on one name. I don't personally have a position in this name. Today I was looking at it, but that news came out of nowhere and premiums got jacked up. So if you're trading options, well, now you're gonna pay a bit of a premium. So these options, if you're gonna trade dailies, weeklies, they're gonna be expensive. And I want to show maybe quickly what was going on with the premiums in the last 7-8 days. You can see as the stock hovered around 20, call buying, call buying, call buying, call buying yesterday, the day before yesterday, today, and today after the move closer to that resistance, maybe people started taking a little bit of a profit. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, massive call buying, which led to whatever you want to call again, a squeeze, and even like shorts getting squeezed with the shares. So that's essentially my update for APLD. Longer term, I'm super bullish, of course, but short term, yeah, I mean, I don't chase these kind of like moves. Like 20% is already jacking up the prices for options. If I trade, I just go in and out, but I'm just super cautious swinging it after 20+% move. So if it presents some sort of a dip, or if it just consolidates, kills some premium, sure, I might trade it. But so far, I have no shares, I have no options watching this name to the upside from here. So that's the update for the stock. Not a buy or sell recommendation. I could be biased, and do your own due diligence. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next update. Take care. Peace.